Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Naledi and thank you for joining us on today's video. If you're a returning subby, welcome back and thank you so much for the love. Please do not forget to like, to comment and to subscribe to my channel. Before we even get into the video, I just want to apologize for my absence and going MIA for the last 2 weeks. But to be honest, I was literally going through the most. I feel like I was stuck between life and death. That's how sick I was. It was literally one of the most painful 2 weeks that I have ever had in my life. I was literally dying, but I am back now, back and better and ready to serve you dolls some content. And in today's video, we are going to be talking feminine hygiene. This is sort of a girl talk video. I feel like about 98% of my YouTube subscribers or my dolls are ladies, women or girls. So we eventually had to have this talk anyway. This video is the first of its kind on my YouTube channel, and honestly I am really excited to be sharing these tips, these tricks, or the things that I do to practice good feminine hygiene. So if you're interested in learning about, actually I feel like this is not a if you're interested type of video. This is a video that every woman, lady, girl, basically any person that has a vjj, a kitty, a private area, your woman parts, whatever you want to call it. I feel like you dolls are getting where I'm going with this. So if you are a lady, a woman, a girl, I feel like this is a must-watch video. So without wasting any more time, let's just jump into the video. And before we get into the video, a quick disclaimer: I am not a gynecologist, I'm not an OB, I am not a doctor, I'm not any sort of health expert. I'm basically going to be sharing the things that I do, the things that I practice that help me keep my lady parts clean, or the things that I do or practice that just help me be the best clean feminine version of myself, if that makes sense. So let's get into the video. So these are not in any particular order. In fact, they are a bit mixed up, but just bear with me. The first thing that I'm gonna start with or touch on is how to clean your area, or what to use to clean your area. I know a lot of people are against feminine hygiene cleaning products like your gels and your foams or soaps. I'm not really against those as long as they don't have a smell, like they don't have any sort of perfume smell or anything like that. Because I remember I used to use I think it was the Lillet gel. It was unscented and it was a clear gel that I used to use to wash my lady parts with. Honestly, it kept my baby clean and smelling fresh. But what I did realize with that wash is that the moment I stopped using it, I did start, getting a bit of, not a very potent smell, but there was a different smell down there. So I feel like my vjj depended on it a bit too much, and that is when I started using this Dove bar soap. It is the Dove Sensitive bar soap, and honestly I've been using this for about 2 years without any problems. I feel like I've literally found what gels or what goes with my baby, because I've literally had no problem with this. So I just use my hands, like my fingers, to wash my lady parts with the soap, or sometimes I do use my face wash, which is something that other people also don't recommend, but that is literally what works for me. And it's been a good 2 years or more using this soap, or using the method that I use to wash it. So that is the first thing that I want to share with you. The other two cleansers that I would recommend for your kitty, and I'm recommending these because these are products that I have used on myself, but I preferred the Dove Sensitive more. That is why I stuck to it. But another product that I did try using was the Dove Baby Sensitive Wash. I believe that's what you call it. I'll try and insert the picture on the screen. It is a product that comes in a bottle where you pump the product out, and the product is sort of a creamy, non-scented wash. I believe it's for babies with sensitive skin because it is a sensitive wash. I've tried using that for my kitty as well, and it also worked. Another product which I would recommend is I think it's pure soap. You can get it at Clicks or Discam. It is basically just a non-scented clear bar of soap. That is something that I've also used to wash my kitty, and it worked well for me, but overall I preferred the Dove, and that is why I stuck to it. So the next tip that I'm going to be sharing is a bit embarrassing for me, because this is something that a man introduced me to. It's one of those things where a person buys you deodorant as a birthday gift and you low-key asking yourself if you smelly or what. So how I got into the next tip is quite similar to that. My boyfriend at that time bought me wipes and was like, you know, baby, I feel like you should use this maybe after you use the bathroom. And it was a bit awkward and embarrassing because I felt a bit self-conscious and asked myself like why would this person buy me wipes, or like it wasn't making sense. Am I smelly, or like what's the issue here? But looking back at it now, and now that I am a grown lady that I am, I feel like that's the best thing that a man has ever done for me, or a man has ever taught me, because I do it till this day. And like I said, it's the best thing that I've ever introduced into my feminine hygiene. I was literally that girl that went to the bathroom, did her business, that is number one, and then I would literally just take some toilet paper, blot or pat the excess juices or whatever that's left there, and then put on my clothes, and I was out of the bathroom. But after that guy introduced me to that, it's literally the best thing that I've ever done for myself. I always make sure that I have wipes next to the toilet at home. I have them in my handbag when I'm going out. I literally just always have wet wipes with me. It's literally one of those things that I didn't think I needed until I started incorporating it into my feminine hygiene, because ever since I started using it, like, it's honestly the small changes or the small differences that it makes. I'm literally smelling fresh throughout the day, and because now I'm so used to it, whether I'm doing number one or number two, I always make sure that I always go in with my wet wipes. And the wipes that I do love at the moment, and I've been using these or this specific brand or the types of wipes for about 6 months now. I did dabble into a few to see which ones I liked, but the ones that I eventually chose because they are really affordable and they really get the job done are these Clicks baby wipes. Are they sensitive? Not really, but the baby wipes with aloe vera, these are the best wipes that I've ever used. And to be honest, when you're getting these for the first time, the texture is a bit off. They do feel a bit cheapish, but honestly they do the work for me, and I love the fact that they have aloe vera in them. It's honestly not a train smash, because the more that you use them, the more that you just get used to the texture and enjoy using them. This is how they look. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on camera, but the texture is a bit weird. They don't look or feel like the normal average wipes or baby wipes that you get out there. I've been using this brand for about 6 months without any problems, so I would definitely recommend these. And I love the fact that the packet is a bit smaller than the average wipes, so this makes it easier for me to travel with these. I believe you can get 3 of these for under 50 rand if you're buying the value pack, and it is 100 wipes per pack, so that is literally 300 wipes for under 50 rand. But if you're just buying them single, this packet goes for 20 rand, I believe. So these are definitely the wipes that I would recommend, and I'm recommending these because I use them on myself and they work for me. And not everything that works for one person will work for the other, but I do believe that it's necessary to add wet wipes to your feminine hygiene routine, especially after using the bathroom. It might not necessarily be this brand that works for you, but I believe if you try a few different packets from different brands, you eventually will find something that works for you. But I do recommend wipes in your feminine hygiene routine. And with all of that said and done, I believe one of the most important things that you should keep in mind or practice doing is wiping from front to back and not back to front. It's very easy for you to just go from the back wiping to the front, and I feel like that is what's easier for our mind to do, or what we've just gotten our mind used to doing. and it's just an easier way of wiping or a easier hand motion. But it's very important to learn or to train your mind to remember to wipe from front to back, because it's very unhygienic and can literally cause some problems for you, because your baby or your vajayjay is very sensitive. So it's like literally taking poo and bringing it to your front area. I know it's a bit TMI, but it needs to be said so we can stop doing this. So in the midst of using tissues and wipes and doing the right things for your vajayjay, always remember to wipe from front to back and not back to front. So the next thing that I'm going to be talking about is the pearls or vitamins which you need as a woman, or which your vajayjay needs. And the first one, without any doubt, being cranberry pearls. I feel like every woman, every lady, every girl should be knowing this by now, because this is literally the basics. Every woman needs cranberry pearls in her feminine hygiene routine. You can get these at Clicks, Discam, or literally any pharmacy, and there are a dozen of brands to choose from, and they're not really expensive. Most of the time they are under 200 bucks. So that is something that you need to include in your routine. These literally help with your urinary tract, they help you with infections, and they help you with your gut. I'm not going to go too deep into this because it's literally not that complex, but if you want more information, please feel free to go on Google or do your own research. But I would recommend for cranberry pearls to be included in your feminine hygiene routine. So if you're that person that drinks a lot of cranberry juice and thinking that you're substituting the cranberry pearls, I'm going to be the person to bust your bubble and tell you that you're not doing yourself a favor, because your 100% cranberry juices don't have enough cranberry extract in them. And honestly, most of the cranberry juices are just sugar, so I don't think that's any good for you. I'm not going to be the one to judge when it comes to juices, because I do love cranberry juice, but not because of the benefits that it's giving me as a woman, but because I love the taste. So you're not really getting any benefits from cranberry juice. I honestly don't think so. When they say drink cranberry juice, I feel like they more talking about cranberry extract. Pure cranberry juice or extract is actually bitter. It does not have sugar in it. And the closest thing to that is this other concoction that you get from Discam. I don't really remember the name, but I will insert the picture on the screen. That is the closest thing that you can take in terms of your cranberry extract or your cranberry pearls. But personally, the best, easiest, or most convenient thing that I would recommend in terms of your cranberry intake would be your cranberry pearls. It's the easiest thing to take. So I definitely do recommend cranberry pearls in your feminine hygiene routine. So the next pills that I'm going to be talking about are probiotics. I'm not really sure where I first heard of probiotics, but the moment that I did, I got my hands on a bottle of, I believe they were 9-strain probiotics. And to be honest, those really didn't work for me. I felt like they did more harm than good, because they messed up my pH level and my kitty would smell from time to time. So I just believe that they didn't work with my body. But I didn't give up there, and eventually I found what works for me. And the pills that I'm going to be showing you next, I highly recommend, because they changed my life. I'm a person that used to suffer with BV a lot, and these pills really changed my life. And to be honest, till this day, I don't know what caused it, because I still have the same diet, I still wear the same underwear, I still wear the same clothes, and I still practice basically the same things that I used to practice when it comes to my area down there. So I really do not know what used to cause it. I always had, I forgot the pills that they used to give me, and I always had a cream, but I honestly don't remember the last time I had an itch down there or I had a foul smell, and it is all thanks to these pills. And the pills that I am talking about are these babies. This is how the bottle looks, and before we even get into those pills, you can get them at Discam and Clicks, but I would highly recommend you get them at Clicks, because you get them for 200 Rand at Clicks for I believe 60 capsules, and it is, I think, 180 at discount for 30 capsules. So I really don't know what's happening with the price, but it's just better and more affordable to get them at Clicks. Like I said, these pills literally saved my life and I would highly recommend them. I usually used to get BV like 4 or 5 times a year, and like I said, I really do not know what caused it. I know this is a bit TMI, but I really feel it would help someone out there. So these are the pills that I am using. Absolutely love these pills. Like, I cannot rave enough about these pills. And what I love about these pills is that they have both probiotics and cranberry in them. So when I take these capsules, I don't really need to be taking cranberry pills because I get my cranberry extract and my probiotics in these pills. So they're also saving me money because I could be buying a bottle of cranberry pills for 200 rand and a bottle of probiotics for 200 rand. That's 400 rand, and that will probably be for 30 days. So I get 60 days out of this, and I get both my cranberry extract and my probiotics, like I said. And I really don't have much to say about these pills, but the fact that you need to get your hands on these pills. So since we're on the topic of things that we ingest, I feel like I should share the things that I personally feel that you should be eating more of, drinking more of, and just putting into your body. You are what you eat, you are what you drink, and you will smell like what you eat and drink, or what you put in your body. That is something that I honestly believe in. So the first thing that I feel that you should be putting more of in your body is the obvious, and that is water. In order for your body to be working at its best, or your skin to be glowing, or your kitty to just be like at its best or smelling its best, I feel you need to be drinking as much water as you possibly can, or as much water as your body can take. I'm not going to be saying drink 8 glasses of water. If you're honestly not thirsty, I believe you're not thirsty, but I do believe that drinking water helps your body and helps just your overall health and how you smell. So drinking water is important. Other things that I personally drink or put in my body is lemon water. I'm not really a advocate for plain water. I'm one of those people that just feel like water is so bland, it is tasteless, and honestly it does nothing for my taste buds or for me. Like, it doesn't give me that, it doesn't make me want to drink it. So the best way that I personally drink my water is with lemon. I always add lemon slices into my water. Sometimes I do add like a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in my water, but with both lemons and apple cider vinegar, they're very acidic, so I would recommend that you use a straw when drinking these beverages or this water. Another thing that I absolutely love and would recommend is kombucha tea. I believe I have talked about kombucha tea in one of my videos. I'm not really sure which video it was, but it's not something that I always buy, but when I do see it, I take it. And I don't really have all the facts when it comes to kombucha tea, but I believe it's something that is very beneficial to your body. Please do Google that and get your own research and see if it will work for you. Other things that I feel you should be adding to your diet are things like your fruits and vegetables. That is just good for your overall health. Pineapples in specific are also very good for your kitty health. Taking Greek or plain yogurt, drinking green tea and things like that. So basically it's just maintaining a healthy diet, and that will do wonders for your health and the lady down there. So the next topic that I want to touch on is grooming. I just feel it's important to get rid of the hair down there. I'm quite sure you're not trying to get knotless braids down there, so keep it to a minimum depending on your preference. So whether you're trimming, you waxing, you shaving, or you using laser, just do whatever you need to do, because I feel like the hair down there can trap moisture, dirt, sweat, and bacteria, and that can lead to a smell no matter how good you think you're taking care of your baby. So I'm going to be showing you what I use and what works for me, and please do not judge me. I know it's a bit It's honestly a bit cringe. It's literally like taking my girl to the barber every 2 weeks, but it's what works for me because I have tried shaving and waxing. I didn't like shaving because it gave me a lot of pimples and razor bumps, and when it comes to the waxing, it was honestly too painful for me to bear every month. So this is why I chose what I'm gonna be showing you, and honestly I've been doing this for the last 6 months and it works for me. I honestly don't have any razor bumps at the moment. Like, my baby even looks clearer, it looks so much smoother. And like I said, please do not judge me. This is what I've been using. It's literally like a clipper. That's why I said it feels like taking my girl to the barber every 2 weeks. But this is a clipper, and it is a clipper that is designed for that area. So it is for your intimate area. I got this from Clicks. It came with a brow sort of clipper as well. So this is what I've been using, and honestly I absolutely love this. It honestly doesn't get like rid of everything or make it smooth as waxing or shaving would do, but it gets the job done, and that is all that I need from it. It's also affordable because it's something that I buy once. It's also battery operated, so I don't need to be taking out money every month to be buying razors or to be buying shaving creams or all of that. This is all that I need to make sure that my hair is kept to a minimum and clean down there. So the next topic that I'm going to be talking about, other people would also feel is very cringe, but this is what I do and it honestly works for me. So if you want to try it, do it, but honestly I'm not holding you down to doing it, and that is giving myself home facials. So basically I feel like the skin on your face and the skin on your kitty is very sensitive, so it's basically very similar. So the things that I use on my face, I sometimes use on my kitty. This is not something that I do on a daily basis, but when I am having like a day where I'm treating my body, I do give my kitty a facial and I use the products that I use on my face. And when I say the skin on your kitty, basically I'm just saying the area that's like literally at the front of your kitty, the area that sort of looks like a V or a triangle. I'm not talking about the area down here or on the inside. I'm literally talking about the skin that's just in front, and that is where I get or do my facials at home. So basically I just use the same scrubs, serums, mask and moisturizers that I use on my face when I am treating my kitty, and I feel like that's just made such a huge difference in its overall appearance. It looks much smoother and radiant, if I may say so. So that is something that I have personally been doing and it's been working for me. So like I did say, I'm not gonna hold you down to it, but I feel like it's something that's worth a try. But if you feel like it's not something that you're willing to risk or try, you can always go get professional facials at the spa or at the salon, and that also helps with just the appearance of how your kitty looks. The next tip that I'm going to give you is honestly simple and straightforward, and it is to let it breathe. You honestly cannot be wearing underwear 24/7. It does not make sense. And honestly, try to, I'm not going to say stay away from skinny jeans or tight clothes, but keep it to a minimum. And when you're in the house or you're going to sleep, try not wearing underwear or wearing baggy clothes that are not too tight fitting. Even on days where you're wearing clothes that wouldn't show if you're not wearing underwear, maybe if it's a maxi dress that's not tight, you know, maybe skip underwear for that day. Just give it as much air as possible because it does need to breathe as well. It also makes a difference to its health. So that is another tip that I wanted to give you, dolls. And try to wear cotton underwear as much as you possibly can. I'm not saying don't wear your sexy lace G-strings or your fancy underwear, but try to wear cotton underwear if you can, because your baby is still able to breathe with the cotton underwear. So the second last tip that I'm going to give you, dolls, is very simple and straightforward as well, and that is using protection when doing the deed. Personally, when I do have unprotected intercourse, my men's juices literally throw off my pH levels. And I know this is a bit TMI, but we need to talk about these things. So try to use protection as much as possible. The next 3 days after I have the unprotected intercourse, I honestly don't know or cannot recognize the smells that come down there. And sometimes even if we do use protection, there sometimes is a smell that comes down there. I don't know if it's maybe because of the ingredients in the balloons, but sometimes even protection just throws off my pH levels. And honestly, even if it's not about your pH levels, I just feel like using protection is the best and safest way to go, because it just saves you from any other unnecessary sexual transmitted diseases or anything that protection can protect you from. So it's just best to use protection. I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but just because you only having intercourse with him doesn't mean that he's only having intercourse with you. So it's just better to be safe and use protection. And my last tip, which I feel is very important, is just knowing what's going on down there. And that is just getting your HIV test done, getting your pap smears done, just checking for STIs and STDs, and just making sure that everything is going smoothly down there, because you could be taking good care of your girl and still getting foul smells, or having problems with that area, and that could be because of an STI, an infection, or just something that actually needs a professional or a doctor. So it is very important to just make sure that you are up to date with what's happening down there. And to be on top of these things, you need to be making sure that you're visiting your doctor, your local clinics. Even if it's government clinics, they will help you. Going to the clinics at Discam or Clicks, all of these places are there to help you. So it's just best to visit your professionals just to make sure that you know what's going on down there, and that even if there is a problem, they pick it up and you can get help before it gets worse or before it gets uncurable. So that is my last tip of this video. Just making sure you visit your clinics, your doctors, or whatever professional that you need to visit. Just because it's the last tip does not mean that it's less important. I did say at the beginning of the video that these are not in any particular order. Honestly, I feel like I tried to share as much information as I possibly can. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and it was very informative. If you feel there's an important tip that I didn't mention, please do let us know in the comment section below, because we are here to learn and help each other. If you also love or enjoy these type of videos as well, please also let me know in the comment section below so that I can try to make more of these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So please do not forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.